Today, I'm going to reveal a secret to you that you haven't yet grasped and that will make all the difference in your life. Many things that you ask from God and do not receive could be due to this reason. So, stay until the end of this message, listen very carefully so that you understand everything said here in this message and then see God's answers reach your life. Look at what Matthew chapter 7, verse 12, the Lord is going to teach us. Look at what Jesus is saying, in everything. So, the first thing you have to understand, everything you do for someone, it's not just some things, it's not only when it's in a certain area, no, but in everything, in everything. Do to others what you would have them do to you. This is the secret that many still have not understood. Jesus is saying, that which you want people to do for you, do for them. And when you expect something from someone, do you expect the worst or do you expect the best? Because I'm sure your answer is that you expect the person to do their best, right? We don't want to be waiting for someone to do things any old way. Nobody wants that. So, my brother, why when you do something for someone, you don't do your best? Why when you help someone, you help while complaining? Why when you come to someone's aid, you aid while grumbling? Instead of doing your best, of dedicating yourself? My brother, this is the secret that can change the story of your life. Do you know why? Because when you don't do your best, you don't do your best. When you do your best, you also receive the best. When you do things grumbling, they will do for you grumbling. And this blocks God's blessings in your life. Did you know that? Do you know why? Jesus will say just a bit before, in verse number 9, he says like this, which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good things to those who ask him? And then he says, Jesus, he looks from above, says like this, wait, when it's to do for someone, he doesn't do his best. He does it any old way, he does it grumbling, he does it complaining, now when he wants to receive the best. No, it doesn't work like that. He is saying, look, if you, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, good things to your children, how much more will your Father, who is in heaven, not give good things when you ask, he will. However, it's not enough just to ask. Your attitude in giving must be good because it's also written, who has ever given to me, that I should repay them. Here, Jesus is speaking about persisting in prayer. Look, when you ask with faith, because you will see the door open when you knock, when you ask you will receive. But hey, in everything, do for others what you want them to do for you. So, what you want God to do for you, the best, do your best for God too. What you want someone to do for you, do your best for them too. Stop doing things, stop extending your hand while complaining, grumbling. Dear one, that comes back to you, that comes back to you. Stop doing things for God any old way. No, I'll just say a prayer here, then I pray the Lord's Prayer every day. We've already learned here about prayer. If you haven't seen this message, after finishing here, look on the channel for the message about prayer. You will see that it's not simply reciting the Lord's Prayer, it's a complete study of prayer that will greatly bless you. So, see that it's not simply doing, it's doing your best. Because if we expect to receive the best, we must also do our best. There's nothing else to it. This is the secret you need to understand, my brother. Then you're asking God, but you're asking any old way. You're not asking with faith, you're not asking with all your heart. You're asking any old way. You pray thinking about everything except giving your best to God. You go into God's presence, but you only talk about what you want, and don't thank for anything. My brother, do your best. So, do your best. Jesus is saying clearly, in everything, in everything, in everything. It's not only when you pray, it's when you meditate too. Truly meditate. Understand what God is speaking to you. When you pray, pray for real. Develop a dialogue, a prayer. Don't keep repeating the same thing every day. Do your best. When someone asks you for help, help and do your best. Do more than what was asked. Someone asked you for bread, give 2. Someone asked you for help to walk a mile, walk 2. Go beyond. Do your best. Because God, my brother, He will reward you by doing the best. And especially when you do for God, do your best. God, I will speak your word to that person. Speak with all your heart. Speak with all your grit, with all your will. Speak boldly. Preach. You're going to help someone. Truly help, my brother. Don't help complaining. Oh, but it's because it's this hour of the night. Oh, but help with this. No, but that's not my responsibility. Help with all your heart. And when you enter the presence of God to ask with all your heart. Give your best to God. Oh God, you know that I entered this prayer to ask for that blessing. To ask for that door to open. To ask that you fulfill this desire of mine. But Lord, first I want to talk with you. I want to give my best here, Father. I want to acknowledge that I am small. That I am in need. That I depend on you. That without you I am nothing. And you will develop from there. You do your best. You're not going to just go in there. God, oh, my list of requests. Because for some people, that's what God is like. The person enters prayer with a huge list. And she starts. God, look, here's the thing. I need A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And she goes on, even inventing more letters in the alphabet every day. So much that she asks for. But she doesn't give thanks. She doesn't ask for forgiveness. She doesn't seek knowledge. She doesn't seek dialogue. My brother, in everything. Do it the way you expect others to do for you. The same thing with God. Don't you want to receive the best from God? You want to receive the best from God, right? Then give your best to God. When you pray, let it be the best prayer. When you meditate, let it be a true meditation. Diving into the Word. Striving to understand as much as possible. The most that God is speaking to you. When you worship, worship with all your heart. Disconnect from everything. Understand that all this will make a difference. Who has ever given to me, that I should repay them? So what do you give to God? You give a careless prayer. You give a careless meditation. You say you're worshiping. But it's not true worship. But you want to receive the best blessings. You want to receive everything good and the best. It doesn't work that way, my brother. So take this lesson. You have a secret to life. Why do you not receive many things from God? Because what you offer to God is the worst. And God, pay attention. Pay close attention to this. God does not have the worst for us. So God cannot return to you the worst you offer to Him. Whoa, God. It's not possible. God only has the best. But for Him to give you the best, first you have to give your best to Him. If you give the worst, you don't receive the worst. You receive nothing. You are left with nothing. Now, when you give your best to God, God gives you the best. That's the secret. Oh, I've been praying, I've been asking and haven't received. It's because you're not giving your best. You're calling it prayer, but it's just an endless list of requests and nothing but requests. You say it's a prayer, but in reality, you're there for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, just asking, 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 and nothing else. You don't develop a dialogue. You don't give thanks. You don't ask for forgiveness. You don't reflect. So, my brother, weigh it in the balance. Are you giving your best to God? Or are you just doing whatever? When you go to help someone, do you already go helping in the worst way? Doing the bare minimum? Doing it any old way? Or do you really put in the effort? Do it as if you were doing it for yourself. Because this will count a lot when you need it. It will count a lot when it's you asking God for something. God sees everything, my brother. So, give your best to God. Give your best to your neighbor. Because you can be sure that both from God and from your neighbor, you will also receive the best. And if you've come this far, may God bless you. May you be enlightened, your whole being, by this message. And may it make a difference in your life. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, it's important that you do. Because then you can activate the notification bell. And receive a notification on your phone, on your computer, every time a new message is posted here on the channel. And in this way, you nourish yourself day by day. And are blessed by God. The Word of God is all we need. And when we receive the true gospel being taught as it truly is, our life is blessed. So, if you've come this far, comment below. Leave a message for us. And share this message with your family. With your friends. With all those you love. Alright? Stay with God. I'll see you in the next message. May God bless you.